In the year 2015, the world will adopt a new set of goals for the next 15 years of sustainable development. How will projected changes in the world's population affect our ability to achieve these new goals? The world will witness many demographic changes over the next 15 years, but different regions and countries face different demographic circumstances and priorities. Between now and 2030, 2 billion babies will be born, each requiring access to healthcare services. 2 billion children will reach school age, each needing access to high-quality education. And more than 1.2 billion young people will transition into adulthood and begin looking for jobs. In some countries, the total population will grow, while in others, it will decline. One thing that all countries have in common is the need to plan for population aging. People aged 60 and older are now the world's fastest growing age group. Ensuring their economic security in later life, meeting their healthcare needs, and protecting their rights must remain a top priority. Cities will absorb all of the world's population growth over the next 15 years. This puts them on the front line when it comes to eliminating poverty, reducing pollution, and ensuring access to safe water and essential services.
In the year 2015, the world agreed on the ambitious, inclusive, and universal Sustainable Development Goals, making a commitment to leave no one behind.
It is so decided.
Just a few months later, we are already seeing those promises transform into first concrete steps for action. On 21st of April, presidents, prime ministers, and other high-level representatives from around the world gathered at the UN headquarters in New York for a high-level debate on achieving the SDGs now that the goals and targets have been set.
We have no time to waste.
It's now time to turn this agreement into policies and action, into laws and budget lines.
Also on hand were several of the SDG advocates, prominent members of various segments of the society from government, business sector, entertainment, sports and culture, whose mission is to raise awareness for the SDGs and spur public into action towards their implementation.
I find this the chance for this generation. Clear goals, moral basis, good ethics, combining economic prosperity, social justice, and environmental sustainability. About poor countries, there is still a long way to go to really achieve sustainable development, whether you're in a rich country or a poor country.
There's no way we can talk about sustainable goals without concrete actions about what is happening not just in our world, but also on the continent that I come from.
We need first to take seriously the goals, because these are the world's goals. They're the only goals we're going to have for our generation.
Our community is in the fight for our lives. We have to address social issues that are long-standing issues that we have not yet found proper resolutions for. And now, due to the COVID pandemic, we are about to face a whole new world in the fourth industrial revolution. And we've got to figure out a way and how we're going to face this future with the right solutions for our community.
Currently, there are more than 230 million international migrants in the world. Over the next 15 years, this number could increase by another 30 million people. International migration can be a transformative force for both migrants and their communities. In order to harness the full potential of migration for development, however, We must create sufficient legal channels for safe and orderly migration. Our greatest challenge for the future is to ensure that the world's population can thrive. We must eliminate both poverty and unsustainable patterns of production and consumption. Through a deeper understanding of how the world is changing, combined with better planning, stronger partnerships, and greater political will, we can create a better tomorrow for both people and planet.
We need to do with these rapid, radical transformations that are making its way through to our communities in order to achieve Agenda 21 goals and the United Nations Sustainable Goals Agenda.